Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Banished Vault, where today we have some decisions to make about this sort of weird system we've been dumped in. So the Hallowed World is way down here. It is behind a Strength 2 hazard, which obviously is not like a big deal. We do have a branch here that contains the necessaries for stasis production, but honestly we're probably cool on stasis because we're 2 entries into our chronicle already. I'm kind of looking at this and wondering if we can just hallow and search for artifacts and leave. And we're probably going to need to produce fuel somewhere. Without being able to look at this planet ahead of time, just based on its size, I would guess that we'll probably be able to build a fuel production facility here. And then, there's water there. Obviously you want to be producing in a place where you have access to a reasonable number of actions. How much iron and fuel do we have in total? We have a ton of iron, probably way more iron than we need. And we have quite a lot of fuel, but also you spend quite a lot of fuel, generally. All right. Let's start this by figuring out the situation as far as the scriptorium goes, right? We're low on faith. We're getting lower on faith, but we have lots of elixir to play with. So to make it down to here, we're looking at a single 1 thrust maneuver as all of the thrust that is necessary for the whole trip. So like, if we do this thing, can we make it there and back? We can just bring a little bit of iron and set up the fuel, set up a fuel thing, like I said. So in fact, we probably should, yeah? Let's just do the math real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here, or 17 to the correct branch. 17 is 4 fuel. And then it would only be 4 fuel to reach the surface of the planet. So it would actually be very easy to do this thing, right? Just bring enough iron. The only real danger here is what if it turns out that for whatever reason we can't access the water and build the scriptorium? In which case, the ship still has enough fuel to at the very least make it partially back up, and we can just bring it some fuel. I don't think there's any reason to hold off. Pardon me, sorry about that. I don't think there's any reason to hold off on this, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And then we can have another ship just do artifact runs. Nothing here takes more than 1 thrust to breach the atmosphere of. What is this? Lose faith in actions. Lose faith is harsh. Lose faith is the thing I'd rather not do. So yeah, we can have this ship. Obviously, like, I just want to have room to carry the artifacts. So we can have this ship drop off all of its metals. Take out what we need to take out. And we don't plan on building anything, so yeah. And maybe we just don't even bother with this planet. Right, it's only 15 energy to get all the way down to here. Like, this branch right there represents the first meaningful expenditure in the whole system. I guess crossing over to the gas planet is a big deal. It's further than it looks, but yeah, that ain't too bad. And then I suppose the question is, do we even want to use the 3rd ship? Because obviously we're talking about greater fuel expenditure if we're running all 3 ships. We're also talking about getting it done faster, but I don't know that it matters. Just bring all of the artifact removal actions all at once. We'll start here and just like work our way back. I think that's totally fine, actually. We leave 3-ish stacks of fuel in the bank. Yeah, let's just do it. We'll do it like a quick and dirty system here. We'll get the build. We'll get the other thing. We'll get all the artifacts, and we'll just be gone. So you all the way to here in 4 fuel. Or like this is 2 fuel. It's a shame it is 2 fuel, but it is 2 fuel, and then you're making a 13. So it's 2 and 3. No, it's better to do the 4. It's not any different in terms of time. Yeah, all right, go. And if you fail that hazard, then we'll all just be really sad together as a unit. Okay, the Alabaster Unity is going to take us out to here. So this ship... That's a 4. So this ship gets 6.4. We may as well just take it to here in one move, and then we'll have two actions on everybody when we wake up there for searching and stuff, and we'll work back up toward the vessel. Oh no, sorry, that's not even the right branch. I wanted to start on this branch. So clear that maneuver. So this is an 8. So we're going to spend 3 fuel. And I mean, I would love to end up here. I would love to end up here. We can go 11 to there. Do a quick search. Do I want to bring iron for potentially making fuel? Probably not. There's iron. There's potentially going to be iron on this planet. I think it's fine. We're just going to go. So here come our vessels. And slowly the gloom radiates out from the star. All right, let's have a look. See, we made it out here and we still woke up with the one action. That's a little bit of a bummer. Artifacts. Debris. That's fun. Search for artifact. I mean, take it, I guess. Back to the map with you. All right, 8 fuel. Let's see here. This breaks down kind of awkwardly, right? Like, this is 4 instead of 3.5. I guess this is a 6. But then you're spending 1 more fuel anyway, so you may as well just spend the 3 in a single maneuver. Okay, alien machines. Hell yeah, that's the good stuff. We're almost certainly going to end up throwing away this piece of debris. Alright, search, search, search. Heck yeah, that is the value. That's what we were really hoping for. And then this is an 8 that breaks down into... Yeah, it's either 2... It's 4 fuel over 2 maneuvers or 3 fuel over 1. Let's just do it this way. That opens up a spot. Debris. Well, I guess grab 1. What is this hazard? Okay, just lose the actions. That's very whatever. We could bring 4 iron with us instead of one of the... Yeah, actually... I just use this to... 4 iron's enough to set up a depot, right? Reference. No, that's right. Fuel requires titanium. Oh yeah, fuel requires titanium. Well, that's fine. We can... I can make that work. So... You're going to here. We are totally crushing these magnetic fields, right? Show me not 4 1s. All right, it wasn't 4 ones. Okay, lose actions is... My big concern was that it was going to turn out to be lose materials, obviously. Lose actions is extremely whatever. And you guys are... We can go back and get some titanium and still set up a water thing here. It would just be a matter of... because we do have the iron. It's 2 and 1, yeah. Or just set it up here, I suppose. There's no reason not to just set it up here. Yeah, we'll just take the iron with us. Or I'm going to here. I'm just trying to think about like how much fuel we need to have left, and it's probably not worth doing any setup. What am I talking about? I just like my brain is so much in a place of, in this game you build the buildings and you do the, you know, we can just have somebody come and rescue this guy if we have to. It's fine. So that being the case, let's make the efficient version of the move out of here. So 6.4 gets us to there. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Then we swap a star, or we swap Aldo up, a star and out. So it's 7 to move to there, and if we're moving to there, we may as well move to here. And then we got to make the landing in 1 fuel. And I suppose if we're doing the landing in 1 fuel, we may as well have it be 1 fuel from here. Yeah. That made a weird noise when we keyed in that order. It made a sound that makes me uncomfortable. Anyway. So number 1, most important thing. More than I care about anything else, I care about build a scriptorium. Pretty good at working in the cold. But even if we were to fail this, would still be sufficient to get the thing done. We'd just lose our turn. The effect of stasis is almost immediate, coursing through the body as if possessed by a will of its own. The flesh cannot resist, and is soon given over to it. With so few on board, Auriga has had to improvise the method of granting stasis to ensure survival of the long night. And then, like, I don't know, you should probably pick this stuff up because we shouldn't just leave stuff here. And the question, do I go to grab titanium? Because we'd only need to find 1 to make it worthwhile. And then bring it back here to build some, because there is space. Right? There is space to do water and fuel. I guess I would probably want to want to have an open space in my inventory. So we're looking at 1 fuel there, 1 fuel back, and then you can come back with a cargo hold full of fuel and the remaining iron, I suppose. Oh, you know what I didn't do was look at the artifacts. Okay, 6 alien machines. Yo, I think we're making another trip down here in any case, which only makes me want to set up the fuel factory even more, frankly. So yeah, let's do that then. It would be really bad to lose this. The ship's losing condition obviously is a big problem. I don't know if we know how to repair them, honestly. Okay, 1 titanium in the stock. That's all we needed. And so we want to build a water harvester here and a fuel producer. Is there a place to put one down that doesn't? No. There's no way for us to avoid the hazard. Not that it matters. So y'all are just headed back up. We want to drop these off and then come back for more machines. Do I want to drop these off now? Is that the situation? Do we want to even look at the other planets on the way up? I guess so. It's it's more fuel efficient for us to check things out on the way up, right? So we're looking at 6.4 to here, and then we're talking about actually kind of a lot of movement. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can just stop there. This branch is going to be a little bit more expensive. All right, so 12 fuel was a little crummy. That's a 4. Yeah, it's really rough that this is 7. So it's going to be 2 and then 3 if we break it down to like, or 2, 2, 1 if we break it down to the most efficient chunks, 2 and 3, right? If we wanted to just generate 12 all at once, it would be 5 anyway. And then we don't have the fuel to get home. So yeah, maybe we don't bother. Maybe we just don't look at this planet on the way out here. This is only 5. This is only 6. We can go 2 fuel all the way to here. We'll check these two. Hit the vault, refuel, drop off knowledge. Yeah, it'll be good. And I'm gonna say friend, construct. I suppose actually the smart thing to do here would have been to gather water for 3 actions, or to turn water into to spend actions and do this when we only have 1 action left, right? To minimize the pain of a failed check. But it turns out it's not so big of a deal anyway. So I think for right now, just generate fuel. Anything fun? Okay, alien plants. Yeah. Put back the debris and we will... Okay, let us return then. We won't even check the other planet. So my plan here then is home again. And then we'll split these crews into 2. One of them is going to come back here and check out the rest of this branch, bring home the rest of the alien plants, while the other 2 in the big ship come down here to help cart machines and also to refuelinate us. The refuelination is a critical part of this process. You may as well dig up the artifacts. I see no reason to wait on that particular part of the thing. So, does there have to be an open space on the ship? Is that what the problem is? Like, what if I do this? Okay, yeah, it needs to have a space to disappear into. Okay, so we are going to... There's no hazards to contend with out here. So you can be the one... Yeah, the Master Unity is the smaller ship. Yeah, you can be the one who flies that. You can be the navigator for this ship, and we just need to get down to here. In fact, I don't really need to take very much fuel, right? I can make a 21-point journey, 21 energy journey. So we could do that as a single 11 fuel move, or to make the 17, we can pay 8. But the problem is, it's really annoying. This is in fact 2 fuel, so we do need to bring at least 10 fuel, and I guess just trying to like leave the right amount behind, leave behind the amount that we can leave behind, right? Alright, just make the whole run. You will help with stuff when you get there. You, on the other hand... This is a single fuel out. Yeah, we definitely don't need to bring more than one stack of fuel on this particular journey. So we'll get all three of those down here. Okay, is it most efficient? Yeah, it probably is best that I check this now. We'll see if it's worth even coming back to. Debris. Okay, I just realized I did totally forget to finish searching for the artifacts. Then we will fuel. Okay, starting to run out of space on the planet's surface, which is an okay place to be in. So that's pretty fantastic. And then we gotta check this one out. I'm not expecting to find anything of value here. Alright, only 3 dice. But somehow we muddle through. So just give me all those if you don't mind. And 2 stacks of fuel. And we just turn right back around. Right? Think so. You can take over and get us home. So it's 17 to do it all at once. Breaking off this chunk makes it a little bit more efficient. But not all that much more efficient. Honestly, it's probably worth just paying the 17. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. And you have almost enough fuel to completely fill your ship. Then again, I do probably want to take this back, right? So there's a bunch of fuel just sitting here on the surface. There's also... We checked this already, right? Yeah. So from here, to take one of the smaller ships to there... It's not super likely that we would lose faith here. The thing is, if you lose it on the way in, you're losing it on the way out. You know, 50-50. Yeah, we could maybe make this run. Just to see. Although, maybe I don't want to because maybe I don't want to drop the spaces. Maybe we're good, actually. Did I think about that? Did I consider that at all? Yeah, actually, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I don't need to try to optimize to that degree. So let's just send you out. This system was amazing for us. This was really, really great. All right. And then from here, all the way home. 17 ain't too bad to generate on these engines. Well, with that ship on those engines. Okay. Nothing even found. Well, then let's go home. Okay, so how much do we bring back? We brought back a fair amount of fuel. Store everything in the cargo hold of this ship just to keep stuff straight. So 10 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back. We could go grab some more fuel, but I feel like it would be pushing it. I think we have enough to start the next system, like almost without question, right? So why don't we just go ahead and tap out here? We have 520 knowledge, which is wonderful. We have stasis, and we're going to have elixir problem. We're going to need elixir next system, but it's easy enough to, yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Rest, y'all. Okay, so we buy everything, right? Artifact value is increased by 5. Beautiful. Gain 2 titanium and 3 water when entering a new system. These, they're very low cost. Oh, right, they get assigned to a specific person. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And 8 cargo, 4 travelers, mast 5. Oh yeah, I gotta assign stuff, right? And then, yeah, the power generator seems like a good building, except for the fact that we know it costs 3 alloy to build it. Alright, welcome to Ferrieret. Okay, so extra titanium on vault and extra water on vault was the text that popped up here. I kind of hoped. Okay, it did just put it. It did just put it in anyway. That's useful. I kind of hoped it would put it in the cargo hold of one of the ships. What it does is just run it off the bottom of the visible area. That's fine. So this run is over. Yeah, because we don't need to do anything except build, and that's extremely buildable. We take one of the small ships, we put a Caracol engine in it, give it this stuff, put Amate in charge of it, trustworthy Amate who always gets it right. And then, yeah, because this turned out to be a system where it was possible to build a scriptorium, we just crush, and we are definitely turning up the difficulty on the next run. 14 fuel, or 14 energy. It's 3 fuel. And I suppose, friend, we shall salve your weariness. You know what? Your weariness is also getting salved a little bit. Why not? Okay, that's it. That's all the salving we're doing. Let us see if, in fact, there is some kind of problem that prevents us from doing what needs doing in this place. No hazards at all, in fact. And so, as it ages, the light of a yellow sun will turn copper, then charcoal, but its hold of gravity remains. It's not fully known what the settlers who faced the gloom felt on their physical bodies, but its effects on a star are apparent. And so, a chronicle for the Auriga Vault. Okay, I would say that we have the handle on this difficulty pretty clearly. So let's just go ahead and boot up a new one, shall we? So we're going to go to no restarts. I kind of want to let's just turn it all the way up, right? And this is starting resources. I mean, do you want to just make it the hardest mode and see if we're able to? Let's try it. Let's try the most. Start with 5 iron, 3 water. Generous gives you iron, water. Generous lets you start with elixir and alloy. You start with no elixir and alloy on meager. What is sufficient? Sufficient for elixir, but no. Yeah, all right. This feels pretty serious. Let's try that. And there's, the seed if you wanna rock along with us here. Rock hop along with us, I guess. In this case, Emat. Our progress continues, but we can feel the tendrils of the void catch at our sails. So, we generated some very cool exile art this time. So, needs doing immediately. Stasis. Titanium alloys. On a system that has an asteroid belt in the middle. The scriptorium thing, absolutely not happening here. We have no elixir and will not have any elixir. How do we want to manage this? There's a meteor shower there. Lose all faith and also a bunch of cargo. That's harsh. At least it's low strength. So, in terms of just looking for a place to build TWC, the basics, there isn't one, right? No branch here contains all of the things that we need. Not even the asteroid belt. We have titanium and copper available over here. But we start with we start with a really small amount of iron, right? Our first priority actually has to be iron. So if we can brave the meteor storm, we can get everything we need going except for the titanium down here. We're gonna need two titanium for the alloy producer plus a titanium per alloy. And you don't need to build a huge amount of titanium or a huge amount of alloy, but we do need titanium for stasis as well. And we're going to need a lot of room to build all of the things, but this planet looks very big. So my first thought is, this planet seems like the most important thing, but notice it is a 3 thrust. The gravity situation is untenable. So I think what we're doing is we're going to have to put a big engine in one of the small ships. Then we go small engine in the big ship. And we're just using this to ferry stuff. The small ships will act as cargo shuttles. And we'll just shuttle stuff up to the big ship that we keep in orbit. Something like that. Is this the only thing in the solar system that requires 3 thrust? Looks like yes. So I guess there's this too, but we're not planning on going here. So the other ship can take small engine as well. And we can make efficient scouting moves with this ship. And I guess it's going to be Ladanus who is making the shuttle moves, because we definitely want to maximize our chance of maneuvering through the meteor shower. To fail on the meteor shower would be true suffering. And I guess the question is, do we want to... You know what? Let's do this. Sorry, Array 13 is the big ship. Okay. We'll carry the Serval with us. We'll all make the trip down here on the little engines, and then we'll do a transfer. I think we're going to have enough cargo space, and it's going to be enough of a fuel difference for this to really matter, because we do not start with very much fuel at all. And we start with no titanium. So actually, we only need 1 titanium, but somebody's got to go get it. Somebody's got to find a titanium before we can even start setting up fuel production. So I guess this ship will be driven by Zava. That's how I've decided that name is pronounced. How do we split the fuel is a really important question. So let's plan the journey, right? 1 fuel, 2 fuel, 3 fuel, it would be 12. So the 3rd fuel could get us here. A 4th fuel gets us here anyway. Or the 4th fuel gets us here then. So we spend 4 fuel to do all that. And then from there it's 0, 2, 5, 8, 16. Okay. This sucks. This branch being 7 is really hard. So we take it as 5, 8, 9. That's 2 fuel. Bringing us to 6 total fuel spent. And then this is a 12. That's another 2, taking us to 8. And then you can make it to here at least. So this ship, for the journey we want this ship to take, it needs a whole stack of fuel, but just the 1 whole stack of fuel. Maybe even 8. Maybe we could massage it down to 8. That means we have to split 9 fuel between the other 2 ships is the danger here. So let's talk about that trip. The big ship could make it here on 1 fuel. Then we go 3, 3, 2. Here on 3 fuel. Yeah. 3, 3 fuel means 3 fuel to here, so that's 4 fuel in total. And then you got to make this big 14-point jump, which is another 5. So that's a whole stack. It's a whole stack to get here, no matter how we do it. That's a problem. Okay, so we have to do it differently then. You have to carry your own engine. You have to carry the fuel stack. You have to make the whole trip yourself. And if we do it like this, in this ship, we can make this move in 2. then a 14 in 3. And then the planet's surface is a 15, so another 3. All right. I think this is how we do it then. Everybody ends up down here. We just don't bring the big ship because we can't afford to. And then we get the big ship. Somebody will go and fetch it at some point so that we can bring back a larger amount of cargo. But we didn't start with an amount of fuel that allows us to use it, I think, given the way things are laid out. Okay, so shall we? All right, so all the way here in 1. Yeah, it is more than 2 if we try to take the trip in 1 bite. So all the way here in 1, then all the way there in 1. And we have to be really efficient here. Gosh, I hope there's at least 1 titanium sitting on that planet's surface. Otherwise, this whole plan doesn't work. And we're just lose. We are simply lose forever. Okay. So we're making the first step here. This is certainly a higher level of difficulty. No two ways about that. Alright. Gravity's pretty unstable, but also we have so much faith. So much faith in our own piloting skill. It doesn't say faith in what. That could be what the faith is in. You don't know. Show me at least 1 titanium. Hell yeah, 3 titanium. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We can make this move back right now. And then swap these 2 for the, you know, the hard part. Alright, so this is a 7 and it's E0, so yeah, we may as well just stop here, right? Okay. All right, that was closer than it needed to be. Okay. So now we're going to here. We can spend 2 fuel doing this and then have to make a 14 fuel jump. So it's 5 fuel if we do it that way. It's actually only 4 fuel if we take it all at once. And then that leaves me with 2 fuel for in-system maneuvering. And we only actually have to get to here, in theory. Or within branch maneuvering, you know what I mean. Okay. If I go to 4, expenditure, we can make it to here. And then 2 fuel down to the surface, and shit's gotta work out on the surface. If any part of this plan fails, we start over anyway, so I think it's fine. Yep, here we go. Alright, now we don't actually move yet, right? Oh, shoot. I forgot about the... Okay, it's fine. This ship is coming with a spare point of fuel. And we needed this ship to get over here before we do anything else anyway, because it has to transfer the titanium, right? So let me give you the water. Or the old engine. Give me back the water. And also this. Fold that in, and also the titanium. And then we make the transit with the last of the fuel. We successfully evade the meteor shower with our incredible piloting skill. Hell yes. Every single die. And then we make stuff work, and we have to bring fuel back up to them. Shit, this is nowhere near enough space. Okay. One problem at a time. So first things first. First of all, that's a resource at depth 2. So we do get to see those. Iron harvester first. Construct. Okay. Then we need water harvester. It's not going to matter. Okay. Then we need... There's actually a lot of iron on the surface of the planet, which is really nice. Then I need to build... Well, I should probably have built the fuel producer earlier in the process, I guess. Whatever, it's fine. You're going to produce more fuel. I'm going to take all the fuel and go... You know what? Let me just fill it up. Let me just actually fill it up. Okay. So, the Decad can fly up to here. Using Ladanus's piloting skill. Okay, fail 4 of the dice. That's fine. Yeah, you can pass me the engine back down. Hold on. I'm gonna give you one of these so that this actually happens. There we go. And then also you get these. And I just bring enough fuel to go back down to the planet's surface. This ship has to leave with 2 people because it has to be able to bring the other ship back, right? So we got everything we need. We got everything we need, and we gave them everything we can afford to give them. Okay. So. The other thing we need is a stasis producer, and there is enough room here. We have no way of making alloy on this planet then. Or we could do the alloy producer, but not get our stasis producer. No, wait. There is enough room for both. Okay. So we would need... That's actually enough. Oh, no, wait, that's the cost to build it. And then we'll need one more... we'll need one more titanium. Well, this is like this is the bare minimum of things that have to happen, right? So I need a titanium. We have the silica. I actually only have to produce 1 alloy right now to get running. And it looks like that may, in fact, be what's going to happen. But for right now, while we're waiting for the other ship to do stuff, people here can just be pumping fuel. It's fine. Okay. And y'all have to head back home. Is there another convenient... Because we only need 1 more titanium, right? So... This is a nightmare. We can make it to here on the way back. We don't have to deal with that. And as long as there's a single titanium on that asteroid, then... No, but we need titanium production. Yeah, because we do need the titanium for the elixir. And we have to produce at least 8 elixir. What happens if people don't have elixir? Do we know that? I don't think we do. Game manual. Hibernation. You choose which of your exiles to keep alive. Okay. It is a trip of significant length and significant difficulty on the nervous system of the poor exile. This is a place where we could for sure get some. Although, obviously, 2 actions kind of sucks. But it would be 2 actions here, too. So, alright. If we wanted to produce... I might have to refigure the plan a little bit. If we wanted to produce some titanium up there, I need to send them back with some iron. Just 1. There's nowhere for them to get iron. So, yeah, I end up having to... Shoot. I think I end up having to make another transit because I was foolish. Ah, shit. Alright. Alright, I need you to make fuel once. You can just go ahead and make the move. We'll leave the engine on the planet. It's just going to be the 1. There's no reason for it to be anything other than the 1. We are so choked for time. I'm like really nervous, y'all. So we need 9 titanium. We need at least 1 full stack of titanium. Sorry, 11. We need 11 titanium in order to get this all done. I wonder if actually I have to send basically everyone back. I think so. I think we leave Ladanis here alone to generate resources because we generate titanium inefficiently. So time inefficiently. Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, I can't send everyone back. That's right. The ship only has room for 2 people on it. Never mind. That's really frustrating. We didn't bring the big ship down because we couldn't. So I had to give back the 3 fuel anyway, so that they have room to carry this iron. It's the right amount of iron. 1 titanium, surface harvesting. That's a planet. It is surface harvesting. Okay. All right. When everything is permanent and everything is on the line like this, yeah, it's way more scary of an experience. It is deeply terrifying, in fact. That's the cargo that was supposed to come back. Okay. Back down again. Sorry for wasting everybody's time. Okay. So at this point, we go to here, and then the trip all the way back would be 21, which with this ship would be 5 fuel. Is it more? Oh my god, it takes so long to get back. That's right. There's multiple two-turn legs on this trip. Y'all, we might just have to restart. think it ends up being right to just go back all at once. Yeah. All right. We're going to have all of the fuel in the world and no stasis, and everybody's going to die. All right, well. Skulls are probably pretty cool. Don't think we're going to have the resources to bring them home. All right, is that enough fuel? Let's fill the cargo hold with it. I mean, I don't know. It takes a lot of fuel to fly around in space. We are also for sure going to need iron. More iron than this. Okay. So they are 2 turns from... Yeesh. All right. Nothing for it. Get us to at least a full stack of iron. Oh, but also it costs... Yeah, get us to at least 2 full stacks of iron while they're gone. That's the thing we for sure want to do. Because it's going to cost iron to make this. It's also going to cost, I guess... Here, just spend the rest of your turn making iron. Okay. And then, we only have 11 turns left. So, I know we picked a very high difficulty of solar system, but I wonder if they're all this bad. Because this is a nightmare, right? We probably don't end up needing more iron than this, so I guess we produce some more fuel? Okay, so they're back at the ship. Okay. For this ship to make exactly the same trip again, we leave it with that, and then this ship has enough to get down here, but it's going to be 8 turns. We don't have time. We have no time for this to happen, for the titanium to happen, and then for the ship to come back, because it's an 8-turn journey to the first place where I felt like we could pull this off. Yeah, you have to be able to get titanium more quickly and efficiently than this. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and call it here for today. We're going to scuttle this attempt. But when you come back next time, we're going to be starting another game with those same settings. And we're just going to hope that maybe the first system generates a little bit less brutally. It may be the case that this set of difficulty options is not really intended for play, that they didn't balance for turn everything all the way up, because it's very often the case that what a developer will do is like they'll among their playtesters they'll figure out like what's a very high difficulty that we can accomplish, and then they'll just tack one in that's harder than that, because broadly players figure out how to do harder stuff, or it may be the case that this is balanced to be completable, but not necessarily all the time, with the understanding that anybody who's going to turn all the meters all the way up is going to get that that may be a result. So yeah, we'll try at least one more of these starts, see if it's a little bit more doable, and we'll go from there. And we'll see you then.